Welcome back to Tune Into Tarot, and today we'll be diving into the year ahead forecast for 2022. This is for any Leos with a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Leo. This reading is for you. So without further ado, let's tune into tarot for the year ahead. So Leos, we're kicking off January 2022 with the energy of the Emperor reversed. Now, the Emperor reversed can bring up some issues around power dynamics. So if you are in a position of power in your job, in your relationships, in any scenario really, you may need to watch or be mindful of how you're wielding your power. You're either on the receiving end or the giving or projecting end of this unequal exchange of power. You may be feeling very dominating, possessive, or controlling over your partner or over your team, if you're managing a team. Or you may be manipulative or taking advantage of your power and just wielding it in a way that's not karmically correct. So watch yourself, Leo, if that is the case with you, or if you are on the receiving end of that power and you're just feeling disrespected, or you're feeling unheard, or you're feeling like you're being taken advantage of in some way, then it's important to voice your thoughts and feelings and emotions at this time. Now, the Emperor is also a very structured character. He's very methodical. He's very routine, I would say. And you may find that in January, you just feel a little bit overwhelmed or chaotic or disorganized. So one common topic that's been coming up quite a bit through the yearly readings or the year ahead readings for 2022 is this idea of simplifying, trimming away the fat of that which is not relevant to you or no longer important or just not part of your world that feels supportive and in alignment with where you're headed. So keep that in mind and try to remove those things that are not supporting you and no longer align with you. So if you are feeling overwhelmed or disorganized, then it's a good idea to try to organize things. But one way to do that is just by decluttering, detoxing. You can do this throughout your home, throughout your car, your closet, yourself. Go on a cleanse, detox your physical structure, your organs, all that. It's a good time to just trim away the fat, simplify, and reorganize in a more structured way if you can. So that's in January. The energy of February is showing up as the Four of Swords reversed. And the Four of Swords reversed typically will bring someone out of this phase where they've been resting and recovering for some time, and now they're ready to re-engage with the world again. So you may find that you are interacting with a lot more people. You may find that you are more open to that. Perhaps you've been feeling more isolated previously, but now you're in a headspace where you want to engage with others, connect with others, and put yourself back into, again, routines, because often the Four of Swords in the upright is taking a break from your normal routines. So I would say if you have been taking a break from your routines from, let's say, during a winter break, a lot of people went on vacations or did something out of their normal activities through the holidays, just things are not quite normal. Now you're getting into a space where things might get back to normal in a sense, whatever normal means these days. So yeah, I kind of feel like things are migrating or transitioning back into this normal feel, at least for Leos. Now in March, it's showing up as the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And this is questioning where you're investing your money, where you're investing your time, your energy, your support. If you're in a relationship, you may question, is this relationship worth investing? Or if you are in a career or a job, you may question whether this job or this career path is the right one for you. But it's a good idea to, again, take a look at where you're investing your time, your energy, your support, your focus. And you may need to reevaluate where that money is going or where that focus is going, and kind of pivot it or refocus it in different areas that are more relevant to you. Again, we kind of talked about this earlier with the Emperor card, where you're organizing and decluttering and trimming the fat. So this might be part of this energy being continued into March, where you're still sort of deciding where your energy is going to be most effectively utilized. In April, it's showing up as the Three of Wands. And this is a very exciting energy. It's a very anticipatory energy, I would say. It can be a travel card where you're looking out into this great unknown. You're maybe future planning about a trip that you want to take, or thinking about your future. You may be in a transitional phase or in a threshold between sort of the space that you have formerly existed in, but you haven't yet quite been invited into this new role that you're going to be stepping into potentially. So you're sort of in between these two states. It's sort of this waiting period or this acclimation phase where you know where you want to go and you know sort of this idea of where you're headed. It can be, again, a planning, but your body's sort of acclimating to the energy of this new environment of where you will be existing here shortly. And sometimes it's almost like you need time for the rest of your life to catch up, especially if you're planning for a move, or you're planning a trip, or you're planning to step into a higher role within your company. There's this idea that you are maybe getting trained, or at least preparing yourself in some way for that next role that you'll be stepping into. But you're sort of in this threshold between two spaces, so you might feel a little ungrounded in April. But also, again, it could indicate world travel, so you may be on a trip, and even anytime you're traveling you feel a little ungrounded because you're outside of your normal existence and your normal routines. And then in May, it's showing up as the Four of Cups, and this is a gift from the universe. It tends to show up as a missed opportunity, so you may not be open to receiving that gift. It may be an offer of love from someone, and you're not open to receiving that offer, so you kind of shut someone down perhaps. Or if it is a new job opportunity, you're feeling a little bit resistant to it. Maybe this is the new role that you'll be stepping into soon enough, but you're not quite prepared. You feel like you're not quite educated enough or not quite skilled enough. And so you may be continuing to hone your skills or take classes or get certain certifications or licenses in order to really step into this next role with more confidence and more conviction. But in any case, this Four of Cups often will show up as a missed opportunity. And so you may be just a little bit pouty or a little bit closed off. Sometimes it can reveal that someone's just not open to engaging with the world. I know you've kind of been going back and forth where you may be more in a headspace to engage with the world and then maybe not so much. So there's a little bit of push and pull, and this could have to do with the ongoing world dynamics, how it's such kind of this roller coaster of cases going up and down and up and down. So this may be a period of time in May where you may just want to spend more time to yourself, a little bit more isolated, and resisting, it looks like, some of the opportunities that are coming up for you. However, in June, with the King of Swords, it looks like you are stepping into that new role perhaps, or you're getting elevated or promoted. You have a very clear mind. If you are in a leadership position, you are leading fairly detached emotionally. You lead in a way that is not governed by your heart or your emotions. So it's very logically based. It's very strategic. It's very methodical, very tactical. And your speech is very clear as well, very eloquent, very articulate, and you just hold yourself confidently. I feel like you know what your goals are, you know what you're trying to achieve, and you're able to achieve them and carry them out fairly gracefully. So it looks like you're in a definitely in a powerful position come June. And then in July, we're looking at the King of Cups, and this is a much more emotionally grounded, emotionally governed character. It's a very loving card. It's a very romantic energy. The King of Cups tends to be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or have prominent placements in that space within your chart. Doesn't have to be, or you may be interacting with someone that's showing up as the King of Cups, someone that maybe there's someone that offered their cup of love back in May and you were a little bit resistant or maybe more focused on your career in June, but come July, you maybe are more open to engaging with the romantic pursuits that are coming towards you, or you're feeling very inspired to pursue others with an open heart. So that's good to see. Also, it could be a very creative month for you in July. And then come August, your birthday month, Leo, we do have the Two of Cups reversed. So this can bring into question your relationship. Often this can suggest breakups or separations or just trouble within your relationship. You're not seeing eye to eye, or there's an unequal exchange of love. Someone might be giving a lot more than the other partner, or there just can be some imbalances within the relationship. If you're not in a relationship or your relationship seems to be doing just fine, this could be an imbalance within yourself, or perhaps your hormones are imbalanced, or you're having some mental anguish or emotional imbalances that may need to be addressed through either medications or therapy or different supplements that can help to balance your internal equanimity, I suppose. But that is something that's coming up in August, is just this idea of seeking to balance what is misaligned. And then in September, it's showing up as the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And the Nine of Pentacles reversed is tends to be an independent or solitary energy, although in the reverse position, this may cause you to be a little bit more dependent on others, especially in the realm of finances. So you may be depending on others for financial assistance or support for some of you Leos, or you may be really focused on your self-worth and your value and increasing your value. I hear a plane. Maybe that's an omen that you really need to focus on increasing your self-worth. But this can suggest that you are in training to achieve certain certifications, licenses, merits. You may be expanding your wardrobe or upgrading your wardrobe in some way to reveal a classier version of you, or a different version of you that feels more authentic or feels more in line with wherever your profession is taking with you. It's having this image of yourself and then purchasing the articles of clothing that will help to bring that vision to life. You may be investing in cosmetic procedures to enhance your look. You might have hair appointments, or just working on your skin, your nails, your beauty, enhancing your beauty, going to the spa, I can even see this as going to like float tanks and those cryogenic chambers, and just doing things that help to make you feel worthy. And you could be increasing your services or the prices of your products. If you're an entrepreneur or you are a creator, you may be increasing your rates, because again, this has to do with your self-worth and increasing your value. You may be asking for a raise. So some of those themes might be popping up in September. And in October, it's showing up as the Strength reversed. Now, the Strength reversed often will speak to a lack of inner strength, but I can also see this show up as being more susceptible to illness potentially, or just feeling a lack of energy, feeling a little bit lethargic or uninspired. It's sort of like getting a wands in the reverse position. The Strength card, though, in the upright is usually having this very charismatic, having the Midas touch, saying the right words, having the right touch with people, and kind of garnering the support of others and getting them to support your cause. So in the reverse position, to me, this says that you might be feeling a little bit awkward or out of touch or uncomfortable with whatever role you are working in right now, or whatever activities you're pursuing. You just might feel a little bit awkward or clumsy. And sometimes we are more accident prone in general. So you may be having that kind of month in October where you're just feeling like you trip over yourself, or you drop things, or you have a little bit lacking of a filter. So you may say things that you regret, or say things a little bit in a harsh or curt way that you don't necessarily mean. Some of those themes might be showing up. Or you may find that people are a little bit harsh with you, or a little bit like aggressive, because she's taming a lion in the upright position, and she does it through her touch. And so I'm thinking, yeah, you just might not have the right touch with people, or you just might feel that people are a little bit aggressive or animalistic towards you in some way, which in some cases might be warranted and requested, but in other cases not so much. So something to be aware of in October is the Strength reversed. And then in November, it's showing up as the Seven of Swords reversed. Now, the sevens can be a tricky energy, and the swords can indicate a betrayal or deception of some kind. But in the reversed position, it's usually some kind of clarity that's restored. If you were confused about something, or even if something was stolen from you previously, you might find that it's returned at this point. Or if something was taken from you before, you might find it, or you might get it returned to you. Let's see, what else with the Seven of Swords reversed? If someone did do you wrong in the past, you may find that that person is getting what they deserve, getting their karmic punishment, or coming back to you with an apology. And if you were in a relationship, for example, and someone did you wrong, they might be crawling back to you in November. But you may be just finding out some news about something that you were a little bit questioning before, like something seemed off and you had some suspicions, but you didn't quite get down to the bottom of it until November, when some secrets might be coming to light. Now in December, at least we end with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a turning point in your year at the very end of the year, which is bringing in some good luck, good fortune, fortuitous events that may be coming into your world. I always look at this image in the middle as a compass. So you may be guided to move in a different direction with your life, whether that's a physical move, relocating, moving, or stepping into a new role. Again, I know we sort of talked about how you were stepping into a new role this year. It may be an evolution of that role, advancing further, or it may be you deciding to take another road, another path to a different job, a different career path. Or in love, you may find happiness with a new relationship, or within your relationship, it may just turn for the better, because it looks like you've had some kind of ups and downs within the relationship. With the Two of Cups reversed, you had the King of Cups. There's a missed opportunity, which could have been in the world of love. But it seems like by the end of the year in 2022, things look to be moving in an upward trajectory. So that is really exciting to see. and we will pull from the Shaman's Dream Oracle to see what the final words of wisdom are from Oracle as far as how our Leos can best navigate their year ahead in 2022. Sometimes it takes, okay, so that one just fell and it's showing up as in the hand. The universe is your partner. And this is number 31. This has to do with feeling secure, taken care of. The universe is your partner. Something amazing happens when you contemplate your intimate relationship with your higher power. How do you engage it? Perhaps you might have seen things through the influence of your religious background, or you may have been exposed to other ways of making that connection real for you. It doesn't matter the source of your understanding. What matters is what works for you. For example, if you believe in a punitive God, you will be afraid of punishment for your transgression. If you believe in a version of a higher power that blesses you, you may find it easier to surrender to a relationship of radical trust. Right now, if you imagine relaxing, curled up in the hands of the divine, how does that make you feel? Can you then turn over your needs and desires to that divine power and trust that you're safe and secure and don't have to do anything at all to feel that way? Grace is activated in your life now. You're in good hands. Your work, family, relationships, home, everything. You've done all you can. So now is the time to rest and recharge instead of producing, doing, acting, strategizing. A hot tea, a good book, and a soft blanket are in order. So I think this is just encouraging our Leos to really surrender to how the universe is allowing us to unfold this year. But there were a couple things I wanted to mention as far as your relationship with your higher power, because sometimes the Two of Cups can talk about your relationship with your higher self. And so in the reverse position, I might think that you're either having trouble connecting with your higher self. Maybe in August, you will find that the themes or topics of your higher self and your highest path come to light, and you may just find that whatever path you are on does not seem to be supporting you for your highest path. Maybe there's some imbalances there, as we mentioned before. And then the other thing was punishment for your transgression. So that made me think of the Seven of Swords reversed that shows up in November. So this may not be someone doing you wrong. You may be doing someone else wrong and getting found out. So there might be you might be sneaking around and causing some trust issues within your partner, within your work, or within somewhere in your life. You may be doing some sneaky activity. So this might be you that's getting discovered, okay? Or you apologizing as well. And then I think that was it. So Leos, if you found that was helpful or added some insight or guidance for your year ahead, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment below, let me know how your year unfolds. And I do want to hear from you. Are you traveling this year? Do you have plans to travel? Are you stepping into a new role within your work or within your world in some way? Are you upgrading your life? Are you feeling like you're in a threshold between point A and point B? Are you looking for a relationship? Are you in a relationship? Dealing with power issues? I want to hear how these cards are resonating with you. And I know we're not quite into 2022, so you may find this out later, but bookmark this video, come back to it periodically throughout the year so you can see how these cards align with your month as they unfold, or with your year as it unfolds. And thank you guys for being here. Do subscribe to my channel, share this with any of your Leo friends, and I will talk with you next month for the February monthly readings. Until then, take care and Happy New Year.